Hello, there we go, okay. Hello, and welcome to the Big Smoke and Friends podcast. I hope you all, you lonely fucks out there, haven't killed themselves today or yesterday. Hello everybody. It's good to see you. Good to hear from you. It's good to be here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful. By the time this comes out, it'll be like Friday, so I hope everyone's had a wonderful week so far. Is looking forward to the weekend, and I hope you maybe are freshly off of getting lucky from Valentine's Day. I wish peace and love between all of my brothers out there in the streets. And if you're single, I'm just, hey man, same here, buddy. It's okay. I like to think that sometimes especially on Valentine's Day, I think it's sometimes a positive to be single. Because, like, I don't know, no responsibility. I mean, sure, yeah, you get the whole, oh, I have no one feeling, I'm lonely. But, like, also you get the whole, I don't have to, spend a fuck ton of money in the middle of the week. I had, like, on Wednesday, I had, like, what, I don't even think, like, $20 to my name or some shit like that. Really dodged a bullet. Nobody wanted his dick. At least that's what I said to myself. I cried myself to sleep. Anyway, but yeah, no, it still turned out to be a pretty decent day, honestly. I mean, shit, take yourself out on a date or something if you need to. I mean, that was my plan until other shit happened. Holy shit! Been a while. God damn. Jesus. that bong really goddamn took me out. It took me out of my body for a second there. Goddamn. Um, I gotta say, kids, it's um, speaking of like coming out of my body, I had like I swear, like just the weirdest fucking experience. Yeah, like 2 or 3 nights ago. Yeah. Like it was like me. It was like I sat up from my bed, but my body was still like it was still laying down. Like I felt like it almost like astral projection. I guess At least that's what it like felt like, because it felt like physically my body was still laying in bed, and then but I had like gotten up and I was like trying to I guess force the rest of my body to do the same thing, because I was just like, come on, we gotta go, we gotta gotta get up, even though you really don't fucking want to sometimes. I mean that's the thing too. That's when you really know that you're like your mind and your body are just disconnected somehow, or not disconnected, but like you're just like your body's exhausted, but your mind's like just ready to go. Because I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, your brain is like a muscle that's not really like. I would say it's not used. I don't even know if a brain is technically a muscle or not, but I'm not saying that it's not used and worked out like the rest of the body, like your legs and your arms and the rest of your body. But I mean, I guess this kind of has the less physical aspect of the job. It doesn't have, it doesn't really get as tired. I mean, it gets tired. I'm trying. It's just it's weird. It makes sense to me that you could go to sleep for recovery and all that, and your mind recovers faster than the rest of your body does. And I mean, how many times? I mean, that's the thing too. And I gotta get out of the habit of doing it. But on when days I have I know I don't have to be up until whenever I want to get out of bed. I just fucking lay there, man. I can't help but like just like lately. Sorry about that. I'm doing this instead of going to sleep. Um, but you just sit there and fucking want to rot. So, and then you get up and like right. There was one day I literally stayed in bed all fucking day. I was on the phone. The only time I got up was like I didn't even took like a shower and then just went right back to bed. I'm not getting up today. I'm not moving from the spot. And I think I did not move until it was like maybe like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. It was like deep in the afternoon before I got out of bed. And then I think I even remember getting up on the couch and I was watching TV and I was just like I fell back asleep. I was just like, this is like the laziest, the most like I'm basically just a living corpse right now. I'm doing my greatest impression of a corpse. And yeah, I mean, you feel like a piece of shit when you do that. I feel like you gotta like cram as much day as possible in like a few hours too. You'll end up going on like a fucking bender for the rest of the night or for the next 2 days just because you're like, I slept all day. I have to do something. And then there's one time I did that shit. I didn't leave the house. I was just like, fuck it. I'll go back to bed. And I just went next day. And I'm like, fuck, dude. As soon as I woke up, I was like, I have to leave this fucking house. Like, I cannot stay in these four walls anymore. I need to, like, just have the sun beat down on my face no matter how much I'd, like, sometimes I subconsciously don't want to go out. Uh, I remember, it's bad. It's getting bad, man. I remember because I was lazy as fuck, too. Like, it's costing me money. Because I got DoorDash for breakfast, and then I got DoorDash for dinner. Uh, I usually skip lunch. Not gonna lie. I feel like really like breakfast and lunch, and I think for me it's lunch. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay, there it goes. But yeah, no, for me for sure. Like I think like the two meals of the day that are skipped the most is breakfast and lunch. And I think most people either skip breakfast or skip lunch, or well, either I'm a skip lunch person. I think most people skip breakfast, and I think it's mainly just because I really like breakfast food. So I will usually eat breakfast instead of eating lunch. Although sometimes, man, it is hard to find a breakfast that doesn't make you feel like a piece of shit after eating. That's the thing. Like, 'cause it's always like so loaded with like salt and like bacon, fucking grease, fucking. I mean, nothing's better than a hangover with. I like I like. This is my hangover cure. All right, you get two biscuits, two two biscuits, big biscuits. I'm talking big biscuits, baby. You get fried egg, sausage gravy, cheese. I like to chop up some green onions in there for some veggies. Maybe you could chop it. Maybe it'd be good with some like bell peppers and shit like that in there too. I'm not judging here. I'm just trying to. Then you put some cheese on there too, and then just if you like hot sauce, I like hot sauce on it. And you just sit there and you go to town, and it's just like the best thing ever. Just the fucking eggs, the bread, the gravy, the little bits of sausage, the cheese. Just makes it all go. And you get that like spicy kick, so it wakes you up in the morning. That's my breakfast. That's my hangover cure right there. That and like probably like 3 or 4 fucking Dr Peppers. Not gonna lie. I'm a soda in the morning kind of guy, which I need to stop. That's a big because I have it on this like little whiteboard in my room. It has like goals and whatever, and on it is like lose one. The first one I have is lose 60 pounds, and I feel like it would be so much easier to do that if I would just not drink soda at all. If I could somehow cut that out of my diet entirely. And I'm not even talking about like I'm mean like all soda. No diet, no this is it's calorie free. You're still drinking that concoction of fucking carbonated water and syrup. Not good for you. You should be drinking water or juice or something or tea. I don't get it. Sometimes I like, but that's the thing too. Like, it's not even like the. I got into the point where it's the carbonation. Like, I need something fizzy, and I'm just like, sparkling water sucks because it doesn't have as much sugar as fucking soda does in it. Like if someone gives me, like, I'm like, fuck you, and don't hand me that. Or with the what else? What is it like? And that's the thing too. You keep trying. I keep trying to find these sparkling waters that don't taste like shit, and every single one of them is just like just TV static in a can. And I'm just like, why did I buy this? And I'm like, I force myself to drink them when they're like the only thing left in the fridge. And but I feel good about it. I'm like, look, I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. Look at that, water. It's man, it's but fuck, it sucks. And I'll be totally honest, man. I'm a guy that gets up super early in the morning too. Nothing tastes better than an ice cold Dr Pepper in the morning. Just like, I bet they even had. Oh no, Coke had it actually. I think Coca Cola had a fucking coffee flavored Coke. So I'm just saying, soda could be a morning beverage, a great way to start your day. Ice cold Dr Pepper or ice cold Coca Cola. I'm not a big Coke guy. Not gonna lie. I like Dr Pepper. I I will take the Pepsi challenge, and I don't know. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'm not really picky with that type of shit. Not gonna lie. I don't think there's. I will say this: like 7 Up, Sprite. Sprite's better. Sprite versus like Sierra Mist, or like that new Starry one. That's like. I think the Starry one's better, low key. It's a little bit like more lemon limey, you know. I feel like sometimes Sprite is just like carbonated sugar water with a little hint of lime in it. If someone put just carbonated sugar water in a glass and give you a lime with it, you're like, yeah, there you go, hint of lime. But I don't know. To each their own, I guess. There's some people that don't fuck with soda at all. Like I'm always dumbfounded by the people. I fucking hate soda. That fucking carbonation, it hurts my throat. I was just like, alright, whatever, fucking baby, bro. What the hell? You can't tell you a little carbonated water? Jesus, you're people that scream during fucking, like, giving blood and shit, probably. But whatever, to each their own. Like, that is. I'm sorry. Actually, I hate those people, honestly. I'm sitting there, I'm enjoying my nice ice cold Dr. Pepper. And they're like, that shit's really bad for you, right? How can you even drink that? The bubbles hurt my throat. And you're just sitting there just like, what the fuck is wrong? And it's carbonated water. Like, grow the fuck up. And what are you drinking? Fucking water? You know what water tastes like? Nothing. Unless you go to like fucking Flint and then it tastes like lead. What do you drink? Tea? What are you, fucking British? Juice? What do you think we are? We're not in the fucking Caribbean. That's from concentrate. That's from shit that's been like grown thousands of miles away and then juiced. Like, come on, how ethical is that? How good is that? And that thing's full of sugar too, and some motherfucker. So how about you leave me and my Coca-Cola alone, and I will drink this happily. You drink your shit happily. I don't know, but that's like I said, to each their own, I guess. But yeah, man. Something else I've been like. I think I'm gonna add to the whiteboard. I need to fix my sleep schedule. Nothing, guys. I gotta say, man. PSA on the Big Smoking Friends podcast. You gotta get some sleep, bro. You gotta. I've seen friends. I've seen things with myself. Where it's just like sleep deprivation is a motherfucker, and it affects your health, your state of mind. It's just something you really gotta take seriously. You gotta take care of, man. Because I think a lot of people just like take it for granted because I mean, think about it, when we're young and shit. All we want to do is stay up super late, and then like we can always. And that's the thing too. We always used to be able to sleep in. I mean, school doesn't start till 8 o'clock, so the earliest you have to get up usually if you don't take the bus or something is like 7:30 or like 7 o'clock. So you still got like you pass out by like 2. You still got like 5 hours worth of sleep. Which now, I mean, I can function off of fucking 4 or 5 hours perfectly. Uh, and then you got time to like get ready too. I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes I fuck myself over. I literally go out to the point where I have work the next day, and I'll literally sleep. I'll like come home, put my work clothes on, and sleep in my work clothes. That way, as soon as the alarm comes, all I have to do is put on my shoes and I walk out the door. That way, I'm not late for work, so I can sleep as much, like as close to when I need to leave as possible. So sometimes I'm still late doing this because you're just like groggy. You're just like, I don't want to go to work. You got the hangover. You got the I don't want to go. You gotta you gotta get up and take a piss. Obviously, you gotta procrastinate putting them shoes on as long as humanly possible. Uh, but yeah, no. I mean, you know what I say too? I love the little miracles in life too. My toilet somehow magically fixed itself. It used to not. It wasn't filling up with water. I was filling it up with a cup of water in the sink, trying to just get the flush. I was like, it's such a fucking goddamn pain in the ass. And now I come home, it's magically fixed. I didn't put no goddamn maintenance report in. I didn't put nothing in. All I came home to was a fresh flush waiting for me, and I was like, I'm actually still not 100% sure if that was just like half asleep Connor helping me out, or like 100% or just the magic of the universe fixing a toilet. But yeah, no, I mean, she's crazy, yo. I don't know why I said that. Please don't, please don't clip that. Out there, if there's people making clips of this, oh god, I don't even know. God knows what they could be clipping of this. Um, dude, you know what's crazy, man? I cannot believe that someone shot up the. If you haven't heard already, the Kansas City, their parade for the Super Bowl, uh, some motherfucker shot it up, and I'm not 100% sure on the details. I didn't. I mean, I just hate looking up on the. I mean, I know I shouldn't like have this perspective. I just don't want to like look at it because it makes me sad. But because I mean, it's just I'm so sick of all these goddamn shootings and shit. I mean, it's weird how we're the only country that has this fucking problem. I don't know how to fucking fix it, obviously. I mean, maybe some gun control, some sensible gun control would be actually beneficial. But nobody ever wants to. I really do wonder, like, they're always like, oh, the founding fathers intended blah, blah, blah when they wrote the Constitution and all that. I mean, if they would see how many fucking shootings there are right now, do you really think they would be like. I mean, they were also, like, trying to, like, keep themselves armed as, like, a militia in case, like, the whole new government didn't work out type thing. I mean, or, I mean, I don't know, really, I mean, the right to bear arms, I mean, it gives you the right to own a firearm in America. So I mean, it's just. I mean, it's pretty. I think it is one of the most like. There's not a lot of wiggle room in interpretation. Back then. Back then, a firearm was a musket. Something you had to like. It took like 20 minutes to fucking reload. Not something that you could load 30 little death bullets in. Bullets. And shoot up a whole crowd and kill like a dozen people or injure like 20, 30 fucking people just with one gun. I mean, back then, I don't think they had shootings back then either. I mean, think about if you wanted to commit a mass fucking shooting in like 1850, you know how many fucking guns you'd have to have on you? You have to be walking around like a personal arsenal, with like 20 like muskets strapped to your back and a bunch of flintlock pistols and shit that are all like don't really fire straight that well. Like, and it's just, it depends on the weather too. I mean, shit, if it rains, they flintlock it. I mean, they had ways around that shit. But still, I'm just like, I mean, that's the thing too. Like, I really don't think these guys. I think they would be like, hey, maybe we should keep. And like that shooting that happened at that church, some lady just walked in using a kid as a human shield. I didn't even know this until someone was talking to me about it today. That she'd used, I don't know if it was her kid or just some kid at the church as a human shield, and the cops were just like, "Fuck it, we gotta take her down." And I think shot the kid too. I mean, not intentionally, obviously. I think they probably did their best to avoid. And I'm sure she used him as a fucking shield, a piece of shit. So I mean, it's what are you gonna do? I mean, it's not like TV where there's the hero of the week is gonna come sniping the lady with badass music in the background happening, or no one's gonna ascend from the ceiling with sunglasses, and they're all gonna high five and crack jokes, and no one's gonna run up. Thank you, officer. Yeah, that's right. Well, I hope you learned your lesson, little Timmy. Stay in school and don't do drugs. And everybody fucking gives a thumbs up to the camera. Credits roll. It's not like that's not real life, but like still, it's God. And I'm sorry. I think the saddest thing on earth is like children dying. Ugh. Sorry, I'm not gonna end it on this shitty note. Anyway, but yeah, no, I really do think if they came back today, like fucking Thomas Jefferson or Benjamin Franklin came back and were just like, holy shit, this is what you guys have. This is how far guns have come across. I mean, if they would have seen a missile, they would literally think you're playing with like God. Like that's the thing too. Like imagine like someone from the Revolutionary War seeing a nuclear bomb go off. They would literally think you've like condensed the power of God in like a little tube and just blew up. I mean, I don't even think they ever thought of a weapon that could like literally vaporize a human being. Like that's the thing too. That's the thing, man. I'm just saying, sense. I mean, I'm a supporter of the Second Amendment. Not gonna lie, but I do support like reasonable gun control. Like some lunatic shouldn't be able to get a gun. Background check I think should be required for firearm purchases, even if you buy it at like a pawn shop. That's the one thing that amazed me. I remember, and I don't know if it's just in Texas or whatever, but a friend went to a pawn shop and bought a fucking gun. I mean, I think all they did was like have him like here. This is like bill. He signed his name for like the bill of sale. That was it. There was no like background check. They're just like, all right, here's the money. You signed your name. Here you go, sir. I hope you don't shoot up a fucking school. Uh, which I just found fucking nuts. And it's a weird thing too that like, they always discriminate against pistols, but I think because they're smaller, you can hide them more than a rifle. But I think, fuck it, make them both 21. I mean, an adult should be buying a gun. I mean, with that, and there's always gonna be exceptions. I mean, I don't. I have not. I've never lived in a culture where it is normal for hunting. My dad was a hunter. No, my mom's side hunts. And you know, so I mean, I'm not like I don't get it. I don't get like your dad giving you your first gun so you can go shoot a deer or some shit like that. And I know that exists. And I'm not saying it doesn't, and I'm not saying that's stupid. You have your own traditions, and I have mine. Um, but that's the only exceptions there should be. There's no reason for someone under 18 or even 18 to be fucking buying a gun. And I mean, it sucks that there's people that feel like they even live in an area where they need a gun. That's the thing too. And which I don't deny too. I mean, shit, man. I remember when my car got broken into. The first thing I fucking thought of was buying a fucking gun. But I got a sword instead. But I wonder how that'll. I wonder how that decision will play out in the future. Um, but yeah, no, I mean it's and I mean I just don't like guns. It's just, I've been I mean I think I've never even shot a gun before too, so I don't know if I can really pass too much judgment. Maybe it's really fun. I don't know. I've never. I don't even think I've ever held a gun before. Closest I've ever been to one was my grandpa. He keeps one on the holstered in the car door of his car, and I drove him home after he drank too many margaritas one day. We were at lunch, and I just saw it there, and I was like, "Oh shit! I forgot you have a gun in here." I remember one time, I think I was driving. I might have been driving him home from something, or just the airport or something. I don't remember. And I think like a cop had like just pulled somebody over like right next to us. So he's like, "Oh God, you thought we were getting pulled over or something?" And but I remember him afterwards. He was like, "You need to be really fucking careful because I do have a gun in here, and you should disclose that to a cop whenever they like walk up." And I'll show them the whole concealed carry license and all that shit. Although I don't know, sometimes I feel like a cop freaks out when you say, "I got a gun in the car." Like well, you and me, same level now. You could end my life, and I could end your life now. We both have the power to do that, or something. I don't know. That's one thing about being like a traffic cop. It's probably got to be like a little scary. You never know what you're walking up into. You see some dude speeding, you pull him over because he's speeding, and like, God knows who the fuck you're pulling over. So, I mean, I get the little anxiousness. Although you see that some cops have just been doing it for a long time. They're like, "Oh, registration, please." Uh-huh. Well, you know what? It's early in the morning. I'm gonna just let you off with a warning. Just slow it down, okay? All right, goodbye. See you later. You'd be like 5 pounds of fucking crack in the or weed in the backseat, and they have no idea. You know, that's. Oh God, that's the best feeling ever when you get away with shit like that. You know you have something in the car, and they even like I haven't one time I had like a dab pen in my car, and I was like just fumbling around like where the fuck am I gonna put this? Where am I gonna fucking put this? I tried to put it in my like because I just came from Whataburger because I was getting food, and so I was like I'm gonna put it in my drink. You'll never look in there, and then the vape starts lighting up. Like it's like because it like lights up when it gets hit. So I guess it was like I don't know what the fuck why it was lighting up. So I had to reach back and down into my drink, take it out, and try to dry it off and put it somewhere. And then I'm like, I guess the cops already because it's like it was like real small. It was like just like the size of like I know no one can see me right now. About like half of like about half the size of like a credit card. Maybe a little bit smaller. And I just put it in my wallet. I put it like in like one of the slits in my wallet that are like on the because I have like these little slits on the side. So I just put it in there, and then was like, all right, well, because my car had been searched before and they found some shit. I'm not, unfortunately, not what's the word? Undefeated. I do have a slight defeat record. I have a two like a 1-1 KD or something. Um, but anyway, so they searched the car, which I thought was weird, solely based on, and that's why you said you pulled me over because I ran your plate and your car had been searched before, and I'm like, that's just like I wasn't speeding, I wasn't acting abnormal, I wasn't even high, or I might have been a little high. I'm not gonna lie, I mean I had the pen on me, so I'm not even gonna fucking like say I was sober. 100%. I mean, those lines are long sometimes. Sometimes the best time to fucking like I swear to God, you could go to Whataburger at like 11 o'clock at night. There'll always be a giant fucking line because they just started serving breakfast, and you could sit there and roll it. roll a joint, order, smoke, and literally, and then drive off with your food and be finished smoking with time to spare, probably. Honestly, in that fucking line. Uh, but anyway, I digress. Fuck. Oh yeah, but yeah, no, was getting searched, and so he searched me again too, and he was like, and he felt the wallet, and I was like, because he grabbed. I mean, I don't know. I felt like his hand was on my ass for a little while, and he was trying to decide if that was like there's like that little lump in the wallet was normal or not, maybe. Because I'm not even saying it did make like a little lump, but you can't really see it, so because it's in my pocket, and you don't. It's not like I'm like showing it off and like waving it in front of his fucking face and shit. So there was a linger in these. He did linger on my ass for a second. I mean, it's juicy. I get it, but anyway, so he did that. It's weird when there's like one friendly cop and one just being an asshole. Cause I'm sitting there on the curb talking to the other cop that showed up, and he's a nice guy. His son was going to culinary school, and I had just graduated from culinary school. So I was telling him about it. And this one cop was just tearing apart my car, like, where are the drugs? Where is it? Where is he hiding it? And didn't find shit. Didn't find shit. And then they just hand me back. He's like, all right, well, you get home safe. Sorry to bother you. I mean, it's like, it was weird too. It was like, where you get your weed from, man? I don't really smoke anymore. Not gonna lie. Girl, I was lying too. I was like, I don't got anything on me. I have nothing on. I don't really smoke anymore. Since I was like, I used the whole like, oh, because I've been searched before, I haven't been smoking. Although I would, I'd probably looked a little high, and I was wearing like a weed T-shirt probably, and I was just like, I think he even mentioned the T-shirt. I was like, still a good T-shirt. Why would I throw it away? But it was, I just thought it was so weird. He was like trying to get me to be like, who do you get your weed from? I was just like, dude, what? Like, what are you playing, bro? Stop. This is Flower Mound. I live in Flower Mound. This is Flower Mound, Texas. You need to chill the fuck out. This ain't CSI Miami. You're not gonna catch a drug lord. You're not gonna get a promotion. You're not gonna get the girl. You're not gonna drive a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or whatever the fuck your fantasy is. Just deal with it. But anyway, I think at that point, at that note, goodbye everybody. I hope everybody had a good week. I'm trying to maybe a guest for this weekend. If not, I might just do a little checkup on Sunday. And yeah, guys, I hope everybody's enjoying season 2 so far. I know we're only like what episode? This is like the third episode of season 2 right now. But check out the last 2 episodes; they're really good. And I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. And you know, if you have a 3-day weekend because of President's Day, good for you. Hope you all have a good one this weekend. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all. See you later.